Okay. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm here with Amrita.
Yes.
Amrita, where are you from?
I am half Indian, half Belgian. I am a second year, and yeah, me and Sam are besties.
Yeah, we are. And so today, instead of doing a nice, fun little video, we're going to be doing answering questions.
Q&A, dudes.
Woo! So the first one we wanted to talk about was like what in general is UWC. And so it's United World College, and there's like 17 different schools, I think.
I think there's more than 17 now. I think they're opening a new one in Africa later I think like this week or next week. I don't know, but yeah. It's all about diversity and culture and bringing people together and uniting different people from different backgrounds, social, cultural, and like, how old are we? Like 16 to 18?
Yeah.
And it's always the last 2 years of high school. I think people get confused because some of the schools are like all grades. Like in the Netherlands and in Singapore and in Thailand, they have like all the grades up.
Yeah.
But most of them are just like the last 2 years of high school.
Yeah. And then we do the IB curriculum. So that's just international baccalaureate that makes you want to die.
Yeah, it's literally like the worst thing ever. It's so bad.
Okay, and then the process of getting into like UWC.
Well, actually, it's changed for you guys.
How did you get in? Like, how was your... We don't know.
Good question. No, so most people apply through National Committee, which is like, depending on where you come from, you can apply through a National Committee where you say like, where you go in for interviews, you go in, you do a presentation, there's different rounds of interviews, but also depending on which National Committee you do, there's different processes. So for example, for me, it was difficult to go through a National Committee because I have multiple passports and multiple different backgrounds. So yes, but also this year they have is it called GLP or GNP?
GSP?
Global something program.
Global Selection Program?
Selection program.
GSP.
And that's basically for people who apply kind of directly, but also, I wouldn't use the word direct. I think it's when you don't know what culture, like what background, which National Committee to go to, you go through the GSP.
Yeah,
so I don't know, because it's new for you guys. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't
so
know
for me, I was a GSP.
Okay.
And with that, it was just kind of like, because I applied very late. I was the last interview for UWC. So I had applied, and it was just kind of like for people who weren't, like, if you go through GSP, you don't get a scholarship. So
yeah, so that's the difference.
Yeah, National Committees, you get scholarship, GSPs, you don't. And then, so for mine, I went to Amsterdam for my interview.
You actually?
Yeah.
What? From home?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, because it's global selection. Yeah.
What? So they don't have like a yeah, of course it's not National Committee. Shit. Okay, cool. Yeah. Continue.
And then I had first, it's like an online application is what you do.
Yeah, that's what I did.
And then if you do get an email saying you made it to like the next round.
Yes.
Yeah. You got interviews, and then I had 1 day of interviews, and it was like it was group interviews and then 2 individual, yeah. So it's super chill, and you just go and you present yourself.
I mean, it's very casual. Like, I think a lot of people have stigma around it being like, oh my god, like, you have to prepare and like yada yada.
Yeah.
Like, you really don't. No. Like, if you're a UWC kid, like, it shines through.
Yeah.
Like, it just, like, it's pretty obvious.
And then they select, and then you get an email. Lots of people I heard, they didn't know, it took them like a month to hear back from the school.
It took me a while to hear back. Yeah, it took me like 3 weeks, 3 weeks to a month, yeah.
Mine was 2 days, so...
But I guess also because you were at the end.
I was at the end.
So they also wanted you, dude. Like, they were like, let's get that.
So now we touched a little bit on the idea of the IB, and that just makes me want to die.
I know, please don't. At least you have another year. Like, I don't.
Yeah.
Like, I have like 3 months until my actual exam, so that's not fun. So before I came to AC, like UWC, which is an IB school, I went to an A-level school. So I did my GCSEs. GCSEs are a UK thing, but they have I'm sorry, I can't speak. IGCSEs, which are also an international school thing. Then they have like MYP and like, I don't know, other systems. They have other, like, they have the French system and shit like that. Anyways, I did GCSEs, and then my school was A-levels. But at A-levels, you can only do 3 or 4 subjects. And I wanted to take the IB because in the IB you can do 6. So in the IB you do 6. You do like 3 HLs, 3 SLs, which if you don't know, that's, you know, why the difference is. And then, what was the question? Sorry.
What's the IB?
Yeah, so you have things called IAs, which are like internal assessments, which are like coursework. So you do coursework, which is part of your final grade. Instead of it being like just an exam, which is like 100% your final grade, it's like coursework, you know, orals, I don't know, depending on the subject, yada yada, and then actual exam, and then it's like compilation of all that is your final grade.
Yeah.
And then we have the extended essay, which you're about to do. Wait, what are you even doing? I don't even know.
I do it in English as a subject.
It's so sad.
I'm doing my EE now, and it is the most boring thing I have ever done. So make future IB students, make your EE interesting, because you'll actually want to do it. Like, please, for your own sake, for my sake of you surviving the IB, do an interesting EE. Because, man, I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, do you want to do English?
Yeah, like,
Okay,
kind
okay,
of.
fine.
I didn't because like it's kind of like the easiest one I thought.
No, English is so easy.
Yeah, it's
Like-
just not interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only thing. But
I mean, I would have liked to do English, but like,
what'd you do yours on?
I did art.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
I actually applied to do an English. No, I applied to do art, but I also applied to do an English one potentially.
Mhm.
And I wanted to do comparing Alice in Wonderland to The Wizard of Oz. But then my English teacher was like, those are like children's books, and like, I don't think you should. And I was like, okay. But that would have been sick.
That would have been so cool.
And like, imagine like comparing that and then like the literature and then like the films, the music, like everything would have been really cool. But and like the culture around it. But yeah, no, I just did on my own art. But I really enjoyed it. Like, art was a good subject.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
Wow. So the extended essay is an essay of 4,000 words, and you just pick. I don't actually know what it is. I'm just kind of like going
Yeah,
to the
but I've done
news.
it. So
Yeah.
you pick one of your HL subjects. If you do not get an HL subject, you do one of your SL subjects. You do it over summer between your first year and your second year, i.e. 11th grade and 12th grade. And it's basically just like a mini thesis. It gets you ready for uni. It's your first proper like research-based paper.
Yeah.
You do it on your own. You don't really get that much help.
Okay, when she says you don't get that much help, you don't get any help. You have to do the whole thing on your own. Like, no help, nada. You do get like an EE supervisor that can help you, but man, if you don't get a good EE supervisor, you don't get any help. Not saying from experience or anything, but like, yeah, it's not easy, you guys. Just being, you can do it. Remember that. And yeah, you don't get a lot of help with it. You just gotta write it. Mine sucks, but I can't do anything about it. Oh well.
It's not like, you know, like if you're doing like an assignment, your whole class is doing the same assignment, you can all kind of like feed off each other. Nah, you can't really do that because you're doing everything yourself.
So we'll talk a bit about AC now. So AC, like, how big is the school? It's like 350 students? Yeah, 350 students, and then it's a mixture of many cultures of different people.
Mhm.
And then it's first years and second years. And right now, I think after first term, so that's after our break in December, there's been a lot less of a divide between first years and second
Oh
years.
yeah,
personally.
totally. But that always happens.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
when you're new, when you're a first year, it's like, you're new, you're still meeting people, stuff like that, and then once you have your friend groups and like, you know, your second years and your subjects and that, and you're comfortable with the IB and like living in a boarding school, then it's like,
It's super chill. Yeah. I was asked how similar are the classes here than they are at home. I noticed that there were like a bit different through just like the course load. I feel like we get a lot more homework here. Personally, that's what I thought.
No, fair
than
enough.
when at home.
yeah.
But I like how much more free time we have. I find
Mm.
so free time. Yeah, doing homework.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, since classes go from 8 a.m. till like 1:20,
1, just like 110.
yeah, 1, and then the rest of the day we have either our CAS, which is your creative, active, or service, or you just have the rest of the day to do what you want.
Yeah.
And I found that was a lot nicer because with the extra work, I was able to get more work done. But I don't know, what about you? What do you think?
I feel like there's a lot more free time here, but I think also finding a balance between work hard, play hard is so difficult. Like,
So
when you
hard.
live with your best friends, trust, like, it's so, like, if you're working in a room where, like, 4 of your best friends are there, like, you can't get shit done. Like, at my old school, it was 8 till 4, came home, I had nothing better to do but fucking study the whole afternoon and evening because, like, you know, I didn't have friends, I didn't have distractions. Even, like, with the internet and stuff, I wasn't, like, watching that much TV or, like, I don't know, whatever. So, it's definitely trying to find a balance. But, in terms of, I find it very difficult to find time here sometimes, because, like, with CAS and with voluntary activities, or if you are a leader of a position or something like that, or you have a big role in the school, it's, like, you have a lot on your plate, so...
And there's also, like, councils on top of that, so there's, like, Peace Council, Student Council, Student Life at Atlanta College, like... all of those. And
Sustainability Council.
Sustainability, WELCO,
there's like an LGBTQ one called P6.
P6. Like, there's so many different councils that, and you want to do everything, but you really just can't. Like, it's so hard. Plus, like, I found FOMO is a big thing. Fear of missing out is a big thing here because there's always so much going on.
It's like FOMO, like, yes, socially, but also like FOMO of like actual like UWC experience. So, like, wait, dude, like, there's kayaking, there's this council, there's this activity, there's this movie night, like, and you literally can't do everything, and then, like, you've got your work, and then you've got your actual cast and codes, and it's just, like,
it's a lot. That's what I found the biggest difference was, like, yes, there's a lot for us to do here, but, like, it's all very demanding of everybody's time.
No, so true. Hello.
Hey!
Michael! We're filming a video, dude.
Have fun, guys.
Thanks. I love that.
Boarding school, innit?
Woo! How is it being away from family and friends? And, like, do you find it difficult?
Well, I'm really grateful because I live very close by. Like, it's not really an issue for me to, like, go home and stuff. But I know for other people who live really far away, it sucks because you're, like, really far from home. And, like, you, obviously, culture and stuff is completely different. Like, for me, I don't get homesick much. I think I do definitely miss my family, but it's more of a, and I really noticed in second year, I really miss privacy and being alone. Like, I'm definitely an extrovert, but I'm also sometimes, like, an ambivert in the sense that, like, I kind of need my own space. And sometimes at boarding school, like, you live in a dorm with 3 other people, dude. Like, it's not like you can't really have your own privacy. Like, sometimes the only 15 minutes I get alone with myself is in the shower, which, by the way, are communal, and then somebody will still come in, and it's like, oh, hey, I'm like, how you doing? You know, like, and then,
That's why I like, because in my house, it's different in different houses. She's in POWS, I'm in PK, so my showers are individual, which I absolutely adore.
Lame. And mine are communal, which means we all shower naked together. It's actually really nice. It's really good for body confidence. It's really nice.
That's what I've heard. Like, it's really nice. But, like, that's the only time I get alone is in the shower. Because
that's nice though.
It's
to be honest, like, shower time for me is like me time. You know?
I found first term was really hard, especially with arriving late.
Since I arrived, oh my god, I always forget that you arrived late.
I arrived almost a month late, and I found it really hard because I was going through homesickness when everybody else had already gone through it, and I felt like really alone and isolated because I was the only one that in my house that was it felt like going through that, and everybody was like, look, we know what you're going through, we all get it. Like, that's the nice thing about it, is that we all understand when people are having rough days, when people are missing home. I found it hard at the beginning, but now it's so much easier, especially since I'm so much closer with people. And there's just a mutual understanding of like you live closer to home than I do, but even if you're having a rough day and missing home, like, it's the same, everybody gets it. It's still the same.
That's so true.
So it's difficult at the beginning, but you get used to it because the people here, I really found the reason why I like UWC so much is because of the people, and that's really what makes the school, I find. And then what's it like having 3 other people live in your room?
I think it really depends. Like, I absolutely love my dorm, and the 4 of us, like, we all get on so well, and I know it's the same for you. So, like, I'm really, really grateful, but I know many people struggle, and many people have to change dorms, or, like, between first year and second year you have to switch, or I don't know, something like that. But I think it's fun. You get used to people's habits, you get used to different mannerisms, you get used to being in a respectful environment, and then respecting each other, and it's really nice, and, like, you bond, and you living with somebody is very different to just seeing them at school, you know?
Well, like you said, we're living with our best friends, essentially, which sounds super awesome, but when you see them in your classes every day, and then you're living with them, you're like, wow, I have seen you every single day this week. But then when you don't see someone all day, you miss them.
Yeah, it's
you know?
definitely like a very up down. It's like a roller coaster, you know, of emotions. You're just like, what is going on? Like,
Yeah.
But I think like you can also find the right balance. Like one of my absolute best friends is in my dorm, and like in my room, because dorm, I don't know, dude. Dorm for some different UWCs means like house.
Yeah.
So we like a house is like the building where all the kids live in. There's different houses, but the dorm is like the actual room. I think I should explain that because people don't get that. So in my dorm, one of my best friends is in my dorm, but we're really like, because I've lived with her for 2 years now, we're really good at being able to be like, okay, like headphones in, we're doing our own thing.
Yeah.
And to also then be like cuddling and like joking and laughing and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's fine.
It's a mutual thing.
Definitely.
I mean, back at home, I shared a room with my sister, so like I've always kind of lived with someone in my space, I guess. But like, I really like it here, like with my roommates, and I find my roommates are really awesome. But that's not the same for everyone, like you said.
Yeah.
Like there,
No, I know people who
especially girls
struggle.
I'm not gonna lie, especially girls.
No, we are
so
lucky,
girls.
dude. Like
Yes.
most female dorms, like a lot of them, at least in Powys and like other houses, I know. Like even if you have one roommate that's off or like something and you just don't get it, can be cultural, religious, it can be anything, you know. Sleep schedule, like I don't even know what.
They just don't get along, and it's just that. Oh, I could not.
Yeah, no. So lucky. Oof.
Yeah. So what did you find was the biggest difference between living at home and then living in Wales?
Definitely being in like a rural area is like different because, you know, like I don't know, it's just like you're kind of we definitely are kind of in the middle of nowhere. But I definitely miss the city a lot, and at heart I am a city person. But I think for me that's the biggest difference. Like city and rural.
Yeah, fair enough. I found that the biggest difference between like Canada and here is driving on the other side of the road.
Yeah.
So that's the biggest difference. But other than that, like the rural we're so isolated here, especially that's why I find people go crazy on campus is because the closest town is like an 8-minute bus ride,
or a 40-minute walk, dude.
Yeah, which is so nice, but like at the same time it's kind of like the town is small. Like it's a town, it's not a city. It's got really little to do there. So we're very isolated.
Facts.
Yeah. What has been the most challenging part about leaving home? Definitely not graduating with my friends.
Oh, that
was
sucks.
a big one.
Yeah.
I found because I already bought my grad dress, and so I was getting ready for grad, and that was the biggest thing I was worried about, was like I'm not graduating with my friends that I've known for a while, and everybody's telling me, well, you'll make new friends. Like I'm like, yeah, I know, but I've known these people.
Yeah,
right?
no, it's like family, right? Like,
yeah, but that was the biggest one. Probably like friends and family, like my mom and my parents, my dad.
Bro, my mom, I can't, like, me and my mom are literally best friends. Like, it was hard saying goodbye. But I also knew I was gonna leave. Like, I knew I was gonna go to boarding school either way, so like I was kind of prepared. But definitely for me, city life, like, I miss being in the city, and I miss like that, I don't know, the hustle and bustle. What's it called? Hustle, city hustle,
like a butterfly sting like a bee.
No. River flow, I don't know. Hustle, I think it's called hustle and bustle. That, I miss that. Yeah.
What's the weather like here? Terrible.
Bipolar.
Yes, that's so true.
It's sunny now, but trust me, like it was windy this morning. It's gonna be raining. Like, wait, let me check. Like, dude, literally, like, no, the weather here. I mean, I know other UWCs have great weather, and like Costa Rica, for example, they go swimming in hot springs and stuff. Like, it's crazy. Like, okay. So right now, wind this morning, sunny, then rain all evening, like all night.
So it's really hit and miss. You'll be walking outside in a t-shirt, and then all of a sudden it's pouring rain, and it's just like, oh. Other than that, AC's great.
Apply.
Yeah.
Come. I won't be here anymore, but she will. So come.
Yeah, if you come next year, I'll be here. Second year. Woo. If you guys have any other questions, comment them down below, and we will answer them. Cool.
See you guys.
Bye. Thanks
Thank you. Subscribe, comment below, like, hit that. I don't know how YouTube works. Bye.
Bye.